Take two. I promised myself when I started the egg that it would be done in one take and I wouldn't mess around with multiples. So if I make mistakes, I'm just going to keep going with it. Anyways, this is the egg. I'm John Spade, my alter ego. Those of you who are close with me go, wait a minute, your last name's not Spade. Anyways, not here to get into that today. I'm not going to talk about food like I initially had planned on. Because this week is going to be about food, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow and the day after. This morning's topic came on the spur, and I guess that's sort of how my rants and my, my needing to get up on a soapbox usually works. It's something that catches my attention in the media or elsewhere and gets the fire going in my belly. So, in my belly, this morning, I want to talk about a Canadian icon. And those of us, there's not a Canadian that you're going to find in the street who doesn't know who this man is. And even I think a lot of Americans, those around the world, he's probably in good company with another gentleman by the name of Al Gore. And I am talking about none other than the Right Honorable David Suzuki. David Suzuki, you've made my shit list. And I'm going to tell you why you've made my shit list. And you're right up there with Al Gore now. And I'm not going to talk about Al Gore today because that would really get me going. And Al, give the prize back, buddy. You don't deserve it. You know it. And most of the world knows it. Anyways, I don't want to get off track. What got me going this morning was opening my mailbox and finding this. The David Suzuki Foundation Public Survey 2010. Everybody knows who David Suzuki is. Everybody knows what he does. Environmental steward. He is the guy who stands up there for the cause and is trying to save the world and deal with, all the environmental catastrophes and the bad things that we do. Anyways, it's an interesting little piece here. Full color, as you can see. This is a questionnaire. It's the Public Survey 2010. It's private and confidential. He wants us to return it by August 31st. And questions like this. Whose responsibility do you think it is to protect the environment? Government, business and industry, families and individuals, all of the above. Well, I'm not a rocket scientist. Are you? I think the answer is pretty obvious. This is just so bizarre to me. And he's got a charitable registration number on here. There's nothing, and I really went over this carefully because it's one of the first things I thought about, that says this is printed on recycled paper that uses environmentally friendly ink. Nothing. It's not enough that he sent that. 2 more full pages. And he's talking about the catastrophic oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. It's caused horrific damage to animals. We didn't know that. Anyways, he's looking for a gift of $15 to help this David Suzuki Foundation. And he wants you to put that $15 in. I'd love to see a breakdown of where all that money goes. Okay, the last 2 bits, 2 envelopes. Of course, the envelope it was sent in, which says Earth First. I'm going to show that to you. Earth First. Printed from plants. That's a good sign. I think that's the only piece in here that is. Oh, wait, no, this, and then another envelope for the return. So, here's what we've got. David Suzuki's kind of like the golden boy of Canada, and the media is never going to step out of their boundaries and talk about him because we know in Canada that there's about 5 or 6 people that control all media sources, and that goes for television, radio, and newsprint. It's a pretty tight-knit group. They have a lot of money and a lot of influence, and it's the way things run in Canada, and it's something that we're used to and we accept. David Suzuki, he's allowed to be a hypocrite. I don't know if that's ever going to change. This is a guy that drives around in a massive tour bus, has a few pretty substantial mansions that he lives in, has an incredible salary, doesn't follow the same rules that he asks you and I to. I think about, is it an idea of the lesser of the two evils? Okay, so he doesn't follow all the rules. He's like Al Gore, has massive properties and mansions that take enormous amounts of energy to run, flies around. His carbon footprint is astronomical, but he's bringing the idea of environmental stewardship to the world, and he's brought it to the forefront, and he's made it an important and relevant idea in today's society. So does that give him carte blanche? I'm going to reserve judgment. I need to probably look into this more, because it bugs me. This whole thing bugs me. The waste, and the idea that he is telling us to take care of the environment, but his own personal track record on it ain't that great. Anyways, that's my rant. I've gone on. David Suzuki, I'm sorry, buddy, but you've kind of come off the list of people I really looked up to. Not so much anymore, and it's been coming for a while, and I had to get that out. All right, so that was my rant. My video picks today, it's all about the metal, baby. I love the rock and roll. So check it out. Some really great links, and some of them you might have heard of, some of them you might not. I know not everybody loves rock and roll and the metal, but me, I'm kind of rounded. I like it all. I'm going to say bye now.